If you want to start making videos on YouTube and you are finding it difficult to get started because you don't know what to do, how to go about it, the gadgets you need, on today's episode, I'll be telling you everything you need to know about making YouTube videos, from pre-production to production and to post-production. I wish I literally had this video to watch when I started making videos on YouTube. Alright, so firstly, let's talk about the pre-production stage. Before you start making videos on YouTube, there are things you have to consider. The first thing is your idea, and this idea is like the most important thing for you as an individual. What you want to talk about on your channel. If I was starting again from the beginning, one thing I would have done is I would write a list of 50 content ideas. If you want to start making videos on YouTube, try as much as possible to write 50 to 100 content ideas randomly. You don't have to niche down while starting to make videos on YouTube. Now, after your content idea, the second very important thing under pre-production is your titles and your thumbnails. Now, this is where I get very creative. Your thumbnails are those pictures that you see, your viewers see before they click your videos. Now, they have to be very catchy. They have to summarize what the video is going to be about. Now, very importantly, they also need text as a beginner, because you can't summarize anything with just a random picture. You need text to extrapolate what that video is going to talk about. Your idea, the first thing, the second thing, your thumbnail and your title. Your title needs to be concise and short, because a lot of people on YouTube don't have time to read lots of text. So you have to explain what the video is talking about very briefly, simple to understand, so that your viewers will be able to understand. Now, thirdly, under your pre-production is your research. The truth is, making videos on YouTube is not as easy as you think, because YouTube is an open information source. So there are millions of people out there that know the exact thing you want to talk about. So you cannot just come on YouTube and talk about anything and think you can go scot-free. You would get attacked, literally. Make a research about that content idea you have for that day or for that week. In-depthly study. You could read articles. You could also watch other YouTubers, like other YouTubers that make videos about that thing. Watch them and find out what they talk about, content you want to also create. So your idea, your thumbnail and your title, and then your research. Fourthly, make sure you have a script or you have talking points. For me personally, I don't use script, I use talking points. This is an example of my talking points. Take a look at it. So what I do is I write down the most important things I have to say, then I look at them, and then I talk freely so that I don't rumble around with words. But if you can't talk freely to the camera, I would advise you have a script positioned beneath your camera for you to look at and then talk without stress. These are the first things you need to know if you want to get started on YouTube on the pre-production side. Now, the most interesting part, the phase 2, the production. This is very interesting because a lot of people, this is the point where they get stuck with, I don't have a camera, I don't have good light, I don't have colored light, I don't have a microphone, I don't have a lot of things. But when I started making videos on YouTube, I literally did not have anything. I only had my phone, an iPhone XR I'm using to film this video now. And then I had a very big window. In fact, I was making videos in my church because my house was very noisy. So for you to get started on the production stage, you don't need lots of gadgets. You only need your phone and your idea, and sit down and start making. But for me personally, the gadgets I use now, I have a tripod, I have a microphone, I have lights, and I have lights for that thing. But for me to get to this stage, I needed to keep creating over 50 videos before I even bought my first microphone. A lot of comments, your audio is bad, your this is bad. Well, that's by the way. So production, you need your phone, and then I'd advise you to use a window. There's light out there. Stop making excuses, especially when you're a beginner YouTuber. Second thing under production is your camera confidence. While talking to the camera, you need to interact with the camera like you're interacting with a person there. I did not practice how to speak to the camera, but you would definitely get confident over time, or more confident. But as an individual, I was very conversant with speaking to the camera. But for those that are not comfortable with speaking to the camera, camera shy, one of the things I would advise is for you to use hand gestures. In fact, I made a complete free video about camera confidence. I'll put it down in the description. You could go and check it out to find out more information about speaking to the camera freely. Alright, so the next thing under production is to take test shots. Trust me, this is the most important thing, because what I do is that when I'm making videos on YouTube, The first and the most important thing is that I test the shots. I take like a 5 to 10 seconds video of what I think the camera is going to look like, my positioning of my lighting, my camera setup, my microphone. If everything is important, trust me, you need those test shots. Because I remember one time I started making videos randomly. I just thought I even was recording. But after about 15 minutes, I was done with the video. I noticed my head was like out of frame entirely. So that's why you need to take test shots before you now proceed to record completely and your full video. Now, light and sound. Trust me, sound is as important as lighting when it comes to YouTube video, because somebody could literally watch a video of 10 minutes with bad visuals but cannot watch a video with bad audio. That's why if there's anything you should invest in your production, it should be your sound first. Now, this is because it's called video. Video, visual, audio, your ability to hear, right? So your light and your sound are the two most important things when you want to start making videos on YouTube. But don't procrastinate because you don't have light. The light you could use is the sun. You could use your window, face the window, position your camera, and then in a quiet place, that's what you can get better audio. Because phones of nowadays have very good audio system already that you don't need to literally stress. Or you could do voiceover. So after making your videos, you could now, beneath it, you could put your audio system and you're good to go. Now to the last phase, which is the phase 3, post-production. So after your content idea, after brainstorming, after your titles, your thumbnails, you've also filmed your video, you have light, you have your sound, everything is intact. What next? The first thing that is under post-production, and it is very, very important, that is your editing. For me personally, I use VN to edit. There are other apps out there on mobile. Don't forget, everything we're talking about today is how to use your mobile phone to create your videos. Now, one of the things I use, or one of the softwares I use for mobile phone is VN, Vlog Now. I think Vlog Now, VN, if you're hearing me, please sponsor one of my videos. Because trust me, it's been literally advertised to almost all my videos. So VN, you could also use CapCut and InShot, but why I like VN is because VN has the capacity to hold longer form content. CapCut is very, very good if you want to create short form content because it's fast paced, you have easy access to a lot of features. You could also create captions automatically. But now the updates on VN, you could also create captions right from the app. But I use VN to edit, and as a beginner, you don't have to focus more on your edit. What you have to focus more on is creating very good videos over a long particular point and just 1% increased and getting better. And trust me, you're good to go. You've edited, you've cut those boring parts, you've cut those parts that are not necessary, you've added your text, very easy. What next do you want to do? You want to upload. So there are two ways you could upload on YouTube. Firstly, you could upload directly from the YouTube app. So there's a point here, a plus sign, where you could just upload your video, or you could go to the Studio Creators app for YouTubers. Now, why I would prefer you to go to the Studio Creator app or website is because you have a wider range of things you could do directly from that app. Firstly, tags. So tags on YouTube are like hashtags, right? Those hashtags are what we use to make your content more visible to a wider range of people. Then you add your titles, you add your thumbnails, and then lastly, and the most important, is to share your links. It is very, very important. Please share your links, because as a beginner YouTuber, you don't have a lot of audience. That's the truth. But if you share your links to group, to individuals, to Facebook groups, create a broadcast, you have higher chances of getting your video out there. So 3 stages of creating YouTube videos: pre-production, your production, and your post-production. Trust me, you could watch this video again and again if you're finding it any difficult to understand. My name is Gift, and like always, if you've gotten to this point of the video, hit the subscribe button, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Please comment down below if you have any question of YouTube as a beginner, filmmaking, social media marketing, productivity, tech, self-development. I will definitely try as much as possible to answer them. Bye for now. Peace.